Okay, today is more of a review. We're going to be reviewing how to find slope from different multiple representations. Okay, so we're going to find slope from a graph. We're going to find slope from a table. We're going to find slope from 2 points, from an equation. And then we're going to do a Schoology assignment. So please pay attention. Problem, the graph one. If it's asking how to find slope from a graph, we're going to write this down. Slope is m. And if we're looking from a graph, we're looking for the rise over the run. Rise, how much do you go up or down and to the right? So we're going to find 2 points, 2 pretty points. There's a point right here and there's a point right here. Okay, so the rise over run is how much you go up and over. So you just count. 1, 2. So up 2 over how much? 1. I went up 2, subí 2, and over 1. So that's 2 over 1. Please divide 2 and 1. What's 2 divided by 1? 2. So my slope for this line is 2. You just divide them. Okay? When we're looking from a table, we've done this one plenty of times. Write it down as m equals the change of y over the change of x. How much does the y change and how much does the x change? So right here, these are my y's. How much did it change? So we're going to subtract them. So negative 15 minus negative 7. How much? Negative 8? Negative 8 over. Then the change of x. How much are the x changing by? So that's negative 1 minus 5. What's negative 1 minus 5? Negative 6. Okay, now divide these two. Negative 8 divided by negative 6. Negative 8 divided by negative 6. And hit the fraction button. Okay, the fraction is 4 over 3, so that's your slope. 4 over 3. So right here somewhere, I would just put equals 4 over 3. Okay, same thing for the bottom one. 2 points. We're going to do the same thing, the change of y over the change of x. Change of y over the change of x. So we're going to subtract the y's. 5 minus 1 is how much? 4. And then subtract the x's. 7 minus 13 is how much? Negative 6. Divide these two. 4 divided by negative 6. And hit the fraction button. That's a negative 2/3. That's my slope. Negative 2/3. Okay, so those are super easy. We've done them already before. Now, the ones that are really, 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 really easy are these. Right here. Slope-intercept form. So if they give you the form y equals mx plus b, the m, the slope is next to the x. They're attached together. M is the slope, and b is your y-intercept. But right now, I only want the slope. So I'm looking for the slope. Where is the slope again? Next to the x. El número con la x. That's the slope. So down here, what is the slope? Where's the slope right here? That's my slope. What number is that? Not 1. -1. M equals -1. Let me write it correctly. -1. That's it. They're asking for the slope. That's the slope. Okay? What about number 2? Where's my slope here? -5/3. It's the one with the x. Okay? El que tiene la x. So m equals -5/3. But it has to be in y equals. Has to be in y equals. If it's not in y equals, that's not the slope. Okay? What's the slope? Let me box it. What's the slope here? 3. M equals 3. Okay, let's go to the next one. Where is the slope here? Where's the slope? M. M is slope, right? M is my slope. And then you distribute it with the x, so that's going to be the slope, the one with the x. So right here, where's my slope? -1, because when you distribute it, it's with the x. So m equals -1. What about right here? What's my slope? 0.75, because when you distribute it, it's going to be with the x. So m equals 0.75. What about here? 1/5. M equals 1/5. 1/5 is my slope. Okay, so those are super easy. What about over here? What do you think my slope is right here? This is not in this form or in this form. So neither one of those, none of those are my slope. None. None of those are my slope. This is not my slope. So what do you have to do? If it's in this form, you have to move the x term to the other side. So we're going to move the x to the other side. What happens when you move it? It changes the sign. So it's a positive, it becomes a -1x. Se cambia el signo. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, divide by the coefficient of y. What am I going to divide by? What am I dividing by? -6. Divide by -6. Divide by -6. Divide by -6. Y equals. Now, this is going to be my slope because it's in y equals. So what's -30? Everybody in Desmos. -30 divided by -6. Están dividiendo. -30 divided by -6. +5. What about -1 divided by -6? -1 divided by -6. Desmos. +1/6. Don't forget to hit the fraction. Hit the fraction button. 1/6x. Okay, so what's my slope? Which one's my slope now? 1 over 6. M equals 1 over 6. Okay, so if it's like this, it's not ready. If it's like this, it is ready. Let's do the next one. Is this ready? ¿Está listo? No, it's not ready. So what do I do first? Move the x to the other side. Change the sign to a minus 2x. Divide by the number in front of the y. Is there a number? ¿Hay número? No. So I don't have to divide. I'm done. Y equals 0 minus 2x. What's my slope? Negative 2. M equals negative 2. My slope is negative 2. One more. I want you to pause the video. I want you to practice number 3 and press play when you're ready. Okay, you should be ready to go. You should have done this without my help. If not, press pause. What do you move first? The 5x. What happens? Minus 5x. And then? Divide by 6. Don't change the sign. Divide by 6. Okay, so it's y equals, what's negative 24 divided by 6? Negative 4. What's negative 5 divided by 6? Negative 5 over 6. X. What's my slope? Negative 5 over 6. M equals negative 5 over 6. Okay, so remember, don't forget, if it looks like this one already in y equals, you're good. If it looks like this one, you're good. If it looks like this one, you are not good and you need to solve, okay? Solve for y, and then you're okay. So the assignment today is in Schoology, and it's at the very bottom. 3A, slope from 2 points, graph, and equation. So click on that, and you can go ahead and start.